So hello everyone, I'm Harsh from lovely Professional University of Aguara and Punjab, and today I'm gonna teach you guys strings, okay? But before that, I'll just tell you one thing, guys. Please make sure you guys are watching my videos regularly, and you know we are at the very edge of our Python series because after this there will be three topics left: exception handling, then file opening, and then the last topic, object-oriented programming, guys. After that, we will be done with this Python. Okay. So another thing, guys, if you guys are watching from anywhere, comment down your state, comment down your city, and if you guys got any problem from any video, issues from any video, just comment down below, guys. Another. So let's just do strings. But before our strings, let me just start with a quick recap of what we have covered in the previous lecture. We have covered functions from zero from scratch to 100%, and after that functions. Let me just and I've given you one or two questions to solve. So please solve those questions, guys. And before the functions, we have done dictionary and sets. Before that, we have done lists and tuples. So please do them thoroughly, guys. Now we will be learning about strings, and you will be saying that Harshit, we have actually learned about strings in the previous video. So why aren't we learning it here? Because strings itself whole as itself whole is another concept. Okay, in that video we have learned it as a data type, but now we will learn it as another thing. Okay, so before that, let me just give you some questions. Okay, first question is create a function that separates odd and even numbers. Okay, and it actually separates odd and even numbers and adds adds the even numbers. Okay, so let's just do that question. Okay. So for doing that question, we will be creating a function writing the def keyword def add underscore sort, and then I'll need one argument. I'll just write x. And before that, okay, now I'll need x. Now if I just start writing my code, get if x equals to x. Or let's just do one thing. Let's just access the elements via in a list or in a tuple. Okay, so sort, and I'll just write x. Okay, guys, and then now after this x, I'll just write if. Okay. First, we will have to access every element. So I'll write for I in X. Okay. For I in X, if I person if X bracket I percentage by 2 is equals to 0. Okay. When even, when even, else, when odd. Okay, guys. Now if I just write odd it out here. And after this even, we will have to do one more thing. We will actually write, okay, this we have to remove it. Okay, then right, then we have to create a local variable which I'll create as count. Okay, count equals to, okay, wait, 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 wait. We will create a variable outside this. So I'll write as count equals to 0. Okay, and now in this if I'll just write count plus equals to x bracket I. And as soon as I'll just write, no, we don't have to write the else statement right here. Okay, so now I'll just do one more thing. I'll enter it all in the next print and just I'll just have to do one more thing. I'll just have to return count. Okay. And now my function is done. Okay, so now I'll just call my function print add underscore sort and then character a. Or let me just do one thing. We will create another variable as result equals to add underscore sort bracket a. A will be our list of records, okay, and then we will write the print statement right here. Print result. And now after this, I will just write a is equals to list of numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, and now as soon as I will just listen this out of thing, what's the problem? 5 line 5 and line. Okay, okay. Listening this out of paper. Okay, let's just take some random numbers, right? Okay. So now if I'll just write some random numbers right here, and I'll have to put an asterisk sign before this if I want to enter random numbers. A equals to 19 equals to 7. And now as soon as I open my code, I will get an incoming call 10, 20, 20, 40, and 10, 20, 30, and 40. Now as soon as I enter the literal for and give it based in okay, what takes me to leave. I will give me system. I will write what I will just oh I will with your what will be let me just see the transition. Now we can see the code and the slider in this code. Okay, so wait, let me just do one thing. Let me just get my code really quick. Wait, let me rewrite my whole code. See, this much logic is right here is actually right. Okay, so I'll have to check. See, this much code right here is right. Okay. Now after this, we'll just return about this. Now if I'll just enter a random variable, random list of numbers. 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5, 6. Now we will add underscore sort and call it as f all the way. Okay. We will try print x underscore 6. Okay. Okay, so now it is 1. Now it's correct. So whatever number I might have, it doesn't make a difference. Okay. So see, we have actually counted the sum of all of the numbers which are we have counted the sum of even numbers which are present in our list. Okay, so that's our first program we have actually done from a function. So this concept actually covers all the question, all the concepts. Okay, from covering a list. Okay, so what are the all concepts? First concept is how we are accessing an element of a list again and again. Then how we are creating a sum, and then we are using loops. Then we are using the functions. So that's how we are going to go. So after this, now we will just move towards our string concept, guys. Okay, now as I'm moving towards my string concept, I'll let you know is that I'm not going to teach the indexing and slicing in this, but please guys, if I'm not teaching the indexing and slicing, please understand this one thing, that if I'm not teaching you this slicing and indexing in this video, I have taught in the previous video, so please go and check that out. Okay? So now let's just go with this one. So now in strings, there is there is something that how can we actually, if we will be working with the built-in functions of a string, and then we will be working with the string operators or string method. Okay, we will be doing some questions. Okay, so for that, let's just start doing this. Okay, now if I'm writing a string, okay, it's always in a double quotes. Okay, we know that, and it has some characters inside it. Okay, so now let's just start doing some questions with the strings. Okay, so my first question will be that we will be checking if we will be converting every letter to uppercase in a string. So how can we actually do that? We will create a function that is upper, and then I'll write a random variable. Okay, I'll I'll put a column right here. Then I'll just check install upper. Yes, so I've got a bit. Then we just try the potentially print text. Now, as soon as I'm doing out of this, I'll take into some the user is equals to input, okay, and error string. Now, as I'll just enter a string, so the string will be perfect. Now, I'll just, oh, sorry, I'll run into the program, running the program. Okay, what happened here is, first, oh, I didn't call the data. So I'll just call the function a is upward bracket a. Now, as soon as I'll do this, and then I'll write that separate here. Um, maybe there must be something I've been wrong. So So, so what we have done here is we have actually converted every lowercase letter of our string to a uppercase letter. Now, what you people will do, you people will convert every uppercase letter to the lowercase letter, okay, and then print it. Now, after that, there is one more case conversion, which is swap case. Okay, so we will use that also. We will just write the command for the swap case. Let's start swap case right here. Now, as soon as I will just run this code, and I'll just write or code, or I'll just put some random uppercase and lowercase letters right here. Now, as soon as I'll enter it, the case is swapped. The uppercase letter becomes a lowercase letter, and the lowercase letters becomes the uppercase letter. That's how our swap case command actually works. Okay, now after the swap case commands, there are some searching. Okay, there are some searching methods in our with our string. Okay, so let's just take with the searching. So for our first method is find. So if I'll just try x dot find I. Okay, now I'll just wait, wait, let me just remove this input line again. I have to write it again. So I'm just getting it. Okay. Now as soon as I enter it, I mean I is not find find exactly from my living zeros now. Oh, we have find that in small I. So it will give me the index of that I star from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the fifth index, the small I letter is like this. So that's how we can use the find method. Okay, now after that find method, we will be working with our next method, which is count. So as I'm using my count, I'll use it on, okay, I'll just write some random gibberish right here. So I have written the random gibberish right here, and now if I want to count the letter H, right? So it is given the index. If you get at index 0, it's H. But as soon as I write my count keyword right here, I'll get my after this three. There are three H's in this gibberish. One, two, three. So these are the three H's in that penalty push. So that's how we can actually use the count method also. Now after working with this count method, I'll be going for the replace method. Okay. So this replace method is being used all over our computers whenever we are working in the Microsoft and Microsoft Word and everything like that. So I'll just try export replace bracket and okay. There is the previous case expected. Okay. X comma x2x on the center of it. So my every h is being replaced with the letter h. That's how we are actually working with the replace replacement. Okay. Now we can actually do this, remove the spaces. We can actually remove spaces from our string. So if I will just put random spaces between these braces, and now if I'll write my whole code in text dot strip, I'll just enter it. Wait, 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 wait. There must be some error. Let's just move towards our validation so that I can check if it's in uppercase or in lowercase. Okay, so let's just try from random uppercase word and some and lowercase word to x equals to dot is upper. Now so is I'll write as soon as I'll write as soon as I'll enter it, I'll get false. Yeah, the whole sentence is not in uppercase. Okay, but now if I just remove this and then I again enter it, it's giving it's giving true. So yeah, the string is in upper. Okay, now how can we check if our string is made up with alphabets or anything like that? So we'll just write some alphabets and I'll just write the keyword is alpha. Again, as soon as I enter it, it's true that yeah, my string is made with alphabets. But now if I just move towards some numerals, we'll enter it and it will be false. For those numerals validation, I'll write is none. Okay, is no, not is none. I'll write is teacher. If I'll enter it, it is given false because the special case character is right. But now as soon as I just do it like this and check it's true. Yeah. But now we can also check if it's a mixture of an alphabet and a number by writing the keyword is element. So I'll write is L-A-L num. And now as soon as I write is element, I'll just put some random gibberish between these words. And write, okay, yes, it's alpha. That means the alphabets and the numerics are both inside this string. But what if I'll just do one thing, I'll just put random numbers right. It will still give me a clue because it will be giving me a clue either it's a number or it's a number. Now after this we will be working with our another book of this. So now there are some interview questions. Okay, let me just ask you some interview questions. Okay, so for those interview questions, we so, so let me just ask you some interview questions first. So for those interview questions, the first question is what's the difference between find and index? Okay, so the answer is actually find gives us the index of the particular character which we are trying to find. Index actually returns us the character. Okay. Then second one is bias strings immutable. Okay. This one is you. This one question you guys have to actually explain it in the comments. So comment down below. And third one is what's the difference between split and join? So the main difference between split and join is that using the split keyword we can actually split our string into two or three different parts, but using the join keyword, we can actually concatenate two strings, okay? And then the next question is explain string slicing with negative indexing. So do this one with you guys. Do this one with your own guys. Okay. So this strings are this much only, okay? Revert. So there will be some handles for you guys. So first one is check if first string is a palindrome or not. And second one is that count the vowels consonant resistance spaces inside the string. Then third one is that find the frequency of each character given in string. Okay. Then fourth question is that count the number of words in a sentence. Okay. After this, the strings will be covered perfectly well. Now let's just move towards our new topic, which is not the new topic. Now we will just practice for our list. Okay. Now after strings, we will be working with our list. So for our list, okay, so now let's just um, go towards our list. So we haven't done the list operators or list count. questions of the list. Okay, so let me just go over the list. Okay, so for the list, we know that lists are mutable, and there will be many, many, many questions from lists. Okay, and lists are mutable. There are multiple lists operations okay, that we can perform in this. So we will be performing this list right here right now. Okay. So before that, I want to ask you guys a question that can you guys define lists and tuples in the comment box and write two major differences which are between lists and tuples. One difference is that well, lists are covered in square braces, whereas tuples are covered in curly braces. Okay. So guys, please comment down below. It will actually give me hope. It will actually give me it will actually give me some idea that yeah, you guys are actually learning something from it. Now let me just teach you guys. Let me just teach you guys this. Okay. List operators in this. Okay, so my first operator in my list is actually okay, okay, so the so that list part. This is the box mutable and box immutable. Okay, so for that we basically the mutable thing is actually what we have in which what we can actually change and the immutable thing is actually what we cannot change. Okay, now what are the mutable data types and what are the immutable data structures? Just comment down below. Now see there are the same functions of the list okay, that we have actually done in our stream. So I will not doing that stream that list part. Please guys do that by the way. Okay. Now we will be doing some practice questions, okay, of lists and strings. Okay, so first question is to check if check the frequency of numbers which are coming in a list. Okay, so for that we will write a function. So a function will def fq and there is this one variable. Okay, now for the the frequency of the variable which is okay, we will check the frequency of q. Okay, so checking the frequency of q, I can just write j is equal to a dot com inside this q. Now as soon as I'll just write print j, I can do it now. Print now. I can actually write my list now. It is not working right now. I'll just write j still stronger than you think. Hmm. Okay. Then the world with the thing, question. Okay. And there is another world with scenes or just the ridiculous within the thing because we haven't called the function even then. So we don't call the function minus function will be right. Minus function will be all those people can use this time to finish some other type. After find this, then we it's still going to be easy just doing so you just okay with this count and keywords. Okay, so here we got that frequency code we can just now you will write the code for finding the factorial of a number. Okay, it's the same code I've written in my last video. So please do that code, guys. Now after this, in the next lecture we will be covering exception handling, and we will be covering the object-oriented programming. And before object-oriented programming, I will be covering file handling. So please stay connected in the file handling. After object-oriented programming, that will be the last session of our video. So till then, take care. See you. Tata. Bye bye, guys. Keep problem solving.